Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Console Space Podcast, the podcast where we get together and talk about what's going on in the console space. I'm your host, Sean Colangelo, joined as always by the one and only co-host, co-producer, Slickwick, Jonathan Porter. How's it going, JP?
It's going good, Sean.
Also, as always, co-host, co-producer, the Radstad you wish you had, Rob Kettlewell. What's up, Rob? Yeah?
Nothing.
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 Fair enough. Back to Jables.
Okay.
What have you been playing, man?
I'm thrown off by Rob's response. I don't know what to do now.
See, Sean phrased it different, and that threw me off. So now the whole podcast is ruined.
You blew it!
What?
What have you been gaming?
I've been playing Super Mario Odyssey.
Really?
Yeah, let me tell you what. I played a little bit of it last week, directly after the podcast. Probably about 15, maybe 20 minutes. That's it. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Whose Switch did you play it on?
Yours.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Huh. With the red Joy-Cons?
Yeah,
Pretty nice,
it was
right?
like some kind of almost limited edition, possibly.
Yeah, limited.
I don't know.
Very limited.
Has a limited edition case, all this
Pretty cool.
crazy stuff.
Pretty cool, no big deal.
And that made the game better too.
Yeah.
Because I could tell I wouldn't like it as much if I was playing on regular Joy-Cons or
That's how they get you.
yeah, or if I had pulled it out of like just a blank case, it wouldn't have been very good. But
You know what it was missing? It was missing like a 4-foot tall like statue that came with like the limited edition.
if I would have been able to glance at that while I was playing the game,
Yeah.
it would have upped the experience.
Yeah.
I'd say at least tenfold.
Yeah.
If that were the case, it probably would have edged out Zelda for your game of the year.
Oh yeah, if
Yeah.
it did come with that, I would be revising Game of the Year for sure.
Yeah. Like, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway,
In all seriousness, like, it is great though, right?
yeah, it's
Like,
really good.
It's super good.
Yeah, I didn't get to play it very long, but it's really good. Other than that, I've just been playing Dark Souls 2, so that's why I'm talking about Mario. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've talked a lot about Dark Souls 2 already. But yeah, Mario. Really like the hat mechanics. I don't know, it's just really fun. I think. Yeah. I think it's interesting that like replaces like the punch and everything. Like I thought you'd be able to throw that or like punch or whatever, but that kind of I guess you don't really need to. And it's just fun being able to like use it for jumps and obviously possessing things or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it was really fun.
Good stuff.
Mm.
Rob, yeah?
I haven't been playing a whole lot. I've been grinding through BioShock 1 a little bit, and then I went back to just play a little bit of Red Dead. Just ride around on a horse a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, you
Shoot
were...
some snakes.
Weren't you in Mexico?
Yeah.
In Red Dead?
Yeah.
When it gets real
It gets hard.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played Red Dead on I think I played it on 360, and I wish I would have been able to record what happened to me when I went to Mexico, because you know how you get there by going down on that raft.
On that raft, yeah.
Yeah.
And they throw like the dynamite at you.
Yeah, something
Oh.
something glitched in my
It's
game
brutal.
where when the dynamite goes off, it throws him and he goes kind of ragdoll, and he's on the raft just constantly like ragdolling and like falling around the raft as a ragdoll, and everyone was shooting at me, and somehow I survived, and it just went all the way down. I didn't do anything. I just sat there, and he was just ragdoll the entire time as he went down the river.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Great game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still playing Fortnite pretty consistently. We've won a good handful of games. We're getting
Are you number one in the country yet?
no, absolutely not.
Mm.
But we're getting reasonably efficient at it. We're not too bad. I mean, I'll watch guys on YouTube and I'm like, they're like way too good. But we're not too shabby at it. Aside from that, I am mostly alternating between Mario Odyssey and the new Assassin's Creed game,
Yeah.
which are both phenomenal. Really enjoying Assassin's Creed a lot. And yeah, again, Mario Odyssey is it's so good. So, but that's pretty much it. I know we're not too far off from the new Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
That's only a few weeks away. Speaking of, I don't know if it's in Japan only. Like it might be in Japan only, but I think they're gonna run like another beta through like I think like the 19th, like for a few days. I said I don't know if it's worldwide, but it might be. So I don't know if you want just so you know, because I know you're gonna play that game. But yeah, I mean that'll be the next big one, and I will actually several weeks after that there are a couple of remakes coming out. There's the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which drops on February 6th, and there's the remake of Secret of Mana, which comes out on February, I think, 15th. So that'll be kind of cool to play those. But even after those, we certainly have release dates. I do know the new God of War is going to be the cover on the February edition of Game Informer.
Oh, okay.
So that stands to reason that we're probably will be seeing that game March, April, May, something like that. That would be my guess, but I don't think we're too far off from that, so that's cool because that's going to be a great game. But yeah, I guess on that note, shift to our main topic. So we have talked about what we played that was our favorite of last year. We have talked about what we're excited for in 2018. Now I want to go a little back in time again, and I want to talk about what let you guys down the most in 2017. I'll start just by saying that I think I speak for most people when I would say probably the new Star Wars game. That obviously, that didn't quite go as planned for EA. They got a lot of backlash from that. They kind of tried to pull a fast one on everybody and didn't work so well. That was probably the largest one in general of the entire year. But I just wondered if there was, like anything else in particular that came out in 2017 that didn't quite hit the spot you guys were hoping for.
Rob, do you got anything
that I was hoping for?
That I thought was going to be good and let you down.
I think the new Civilization came out within a year. Might have been a little more than a year. But it was an okay game. Like, it was all right. Like, I think Civilization 6. There were some things I liked about it. Like, building the cities, like, outward and making them, like, more productive. But I didn't like the way it looked. I thought it was, like, too cartoonish. Yeah, I just thought Civ 5 was a lot better. But having said that, Civ 5 had, like, a ton of expansions over, like, 4 or 5 years that made it really, really good. So maybe there'll be more mods that make it better. But I just didn't like the way it looked.
Rob's letdown will always just be like until Red Dead comes out.
Yeah. I'm just going to
it'll
be
just
sour
be that.
until Red Dead comes out.
Every game you play, like, well, this isn't Red Dead, so I guess it's disappointing.
This game does not let me be a cowboy in, like, the 1800s, so I don't like it. It's okay. Other people like it, but I'm not a cowboy, so I don't like it.
It can. JP, I know just before we started this, you had mentioned Final Fantasy 15, which dropped just before 2017.
Right.
So if you can't think of anything else, we can count that. I mean, we obviously know that you have, ranted about that a lot.
Yeah.
But
I played most of the games I play. There's not a lot of games that I get right when they drop.
Yeah.
I kind of wait a little bit, whether it's to let the price go down or just to see, if it's worth buying. I just wait. So yeah, I did play Final Fantasy 15. It was kind of a letdown. There were, Fallout 4 came out. Like, when did that come out? That was 2016? Or
I think that was just like right around the same time as
2015.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the
Yeah.
right at the tail end of 2016, I think.
Yeah. So I played Fallout 4 and I didn't finish it. It was
I think it was 2015.
2015?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it was 2015. Yeah, like
Okay.
We have no sense of time anymore.
Oh my god.
yeah. You know what? Fallout 4, I believe, was the fall of 2015.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
The topic should have been, what is your most disappointing game of the last year-ish?
Yeah, sure.
Year-ish.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which for me, probably Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, that it's because I was just expecting, after playing games like The Witcher and some other newer RPGs, it just didn't impress me.
The Witcher. I mean,
Graphically it looked great, but
oh yeah,
otherwise, yeah.
we'll probably get to this topic one day, but The Witcher 3 is probably my game of this gen so far.
Oh yeah.
It's. I mean, man, that game is just so good.
Yeah.
So good. Worth every penny. Yeah, like I'm with you there with Final Fantasy. It's like, I don't know. We may have said this before. I look at it and like, yeah, it's like, like on one hand, you think after a decade that it would be better.
Mm.
But you know how it goes when games are being made, and like usually the longer they take is not always good. So I think all things considered, with that, it actually took 10 years to come out. It could have been way worse.
Could have been.
But you still were like, yeah, it was kind of, yeah.
Mm.
But okay, so I'll give you a few that are actually technically from 2017. One being Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mass Effect.
I actually enjoyed it much more so than most people did. I mean, like I beat it to completion. I put about 90 hours into it.
Mm.
I enjoyed it, but it definitely was a slog.
Mm-hmm.
Cats. Like you had to play it for like 30, 40 hours for it to really even start to pick up the story. And,
Mm-hmm.
So again, like I enjoyed it, but it was not quite what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then this is kind of a weird one, but another one of mine would actually be Ukulele.
Oh,
Do you know if you played that at all?
I haven't played it, but I've that's what I've heard, that it was a big letdown.
Yeah, I was super pumped for it because I love I love the particularly old PlayStation platformers. Ratchet and Clank, Sly and Cooper, Spyro. I miss games like that, and we don't get a lot of them anymore. So when that was first revealed, and like, I mean, on top of that, it was like, I guess it was like a lot of the old people from Rare.
Yeah, maybe Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, so I was pumped. I was like, yes, like, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was just kind of like, like the controls and the camera weren't great, which I mean was cool in a sense because that's how the old ones were too, which actually, like, in a lot of instances made them challenging games.
Yeah.
But, in 2017, you would think they would have that a little more. I mean, maybe it was intentionally made that way, although I doubt it.
Right.
And then, dude, it was just almost kind of like Mass Effect, like the grind was just like, I was like, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like, so you play the game, you go throughout collecting these pages, right? And I would get about half of them in every world, which I figured would be sufficient to, like, because like one way I can compare it is like Mario Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
There are like 1,000 moons in that game. Okay, I'm not going to get all. I'm probably not going to get all of the moons. What I like to do is get about half, and just kind of keep a good pace that will let me play like through the game and the story. So that's what I was what I was going for with ukulele as well. And I got to the last world,
Yeah.
and I still only had like half the number of pages I needed,
Mm-hmm.
only to unlock the final world.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am not going back through this game
Yeah.
and getting twice of these pages that I already, you know what I mean? I was, I'm just not doing it. So I literally just quit playing it there.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I'm not going to beat this game. I'm just going to put it down, never beat it, play it again. So that sucked. Because like, I wanted to beat it,
Mhm.
and I was just like, dude, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe that's just, I do think in this day and age as gamers, we can be kind of spoiled, with like with our checkpoints and our auto saves and yada yada, which I think is why there is a lot of appeal, like in the Souls games,
Yeah.
because they are really challenging,
Mm.
and sometimes that's very enjoyable. But with a lot of games, and I have so many that I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get through them at a decent pace
Yeah.
and
yeah.
not take forever to do.
Right. It's tough to spend 10 years on a game and then you have all these other games you want to play.
Yeah. So those would probably be my two. Again, we acknowledge Star Wars. I was pretty pumped for Star Wars. It seemed like EA was actually gonna, try to make up for the first one, and instead
Nope.
they just secretly tried to screw everyone over even
Right.
worse.
Yeah, and that made it worse to me that they were like upfront about like, hey, we listened to what you said, we're gonna make it better, and then it just ended up being worse.
Yeah, they're just the worst, dude. They don't seem to ever learn, and they're just so greedy. It's bad, but yeah, I think that's it. I would say, like I said, those two games, Star Wars was a letdown. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. I don't know if.
Yeah, I think that's about it. As far as what we played, I'm trying to think of anything else that I played. I played Far Cry 4, which was really old. That's
Well, yeah, that was from 2014.
yeah,
I didn't play it till this year either. Though.
Yeah.
But then, that game was not a letdown though. That was a good.
I
Game.
played. Yeah. But as far as letdowns go, that's about it.
All right. Well, in that case,
So our final segment.
final segment.
So for our final segment, we read the back of an old game case because they're ridiculous and it's really funny. So I got the game. I want to say it's pronounced Machina X, the Dreamcast. Maybe I think it's Machina X, and it's by Atlas, right? Yeah, it's by Atlas.
And we're gonna play this right after we record.
Yeah,
Because it's apparently a first-person hack and slash, which I didn't even know existed,
yeah.
and I want to play it really badly.
Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't really played a game like it before. It's not amazing, but it's worth checking out. And it's a Dreamcast exclusive,
Oh,
which there aren't a whole lot of those left. So the back says slash or be slashed. Cut into the fastest, most furious first-person combat action adventure ever. Which I guess that might be right if this is the only one. Well, there's Red Steel. Did you ever play Red Steel?
I have Red Steel 2
Okay.
for the Wii, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have played it.
Or were those was that any good?
Not through. Yeah, actually, that's like one of the best rated Wii games.
Yeah.
Well, Red Steel was like, eh.
Yeah, that's
But
what
then-
I heard. Did you just go to the second one?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but then, yeah, Red Steel 2 was like very much improved.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Does Fruit Ninja count as a first-person hack and slash?
Well, this is a first-person combat action adventure.
Mm.
Oh, sure, you're missing the adventure.
Yes. So cut into the fastest, most furious first-person combat action adventure ever. You are Machina X, a supernatural sword with the ability to not only slice into your opponent's bodies, but also take possession of them through brain jacking.
Wait, you're a
Brain jacking.
Yeah.
Wait, you're a sword?
You are the sword.
You're physically a sword.
You are the sword, and you possess people. So you're controlling the people, but you're really the sword.
Oh. Huh.
What a twist.
Yeah. Battle against ruthless enemies, collect handheld weapons, and slash your way through 20 massively dangerous levels.
How does a sword collect other weapons?
Well, you use the people to collect other weapons. You brain jack.
Brain sucker.
It says use.
They're like the ones from Futurama, the brain slugs.
Yeah. It says use brain jacking to take control of up to 13 unique characters. Innovative autofocus combat system to target your opponents. Explosive storyline with 7 different endings. That's actually
Interesting.
impressive.
That's
Yeah.
not bad for back then.
Yeah. 20 rich, massive 3D levels with ultra smooth gameplay at 60 frames per second, which is also pretty cool.
Yeah.
Revolutionary sound system with positional 3D audio for added realism. So, yeah.
But
I love that 3D audio when I'm brain jacking.
Yeah, you can brain jack people and listen to it in the 3D
Yeah.
audio.
That's pretty cool.
So,
what about blast processing?
I don't think it has that.
Because that's not. Come on, Sega.
It's jump pack compatible.
Well, that's important.
Yeah, I think that's about it. It's got some cool stuff inside. I still got the product registration, so we might have to register my game before we play it.
Does it have a tip line in there?
I guarantee
There's got to be one.
there's got to be. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Hack and slash tip
This
line.
is kind of a weird game to have a tip line, I guess.
You call them and they're like, "No, dude, you don't get it. You're the sword."
Are you brain jacking right? I don't think you're brain jacking right.
This is you can enter to win a Crazy Taxi arcade machine.
When's the deadline for
All
that
right,
contest?
we're gonna-
March 31st, 2000.
Shit. We're 18 years too late.
That's not
I'm gonna look that up on eBay as soon as we're done to see how much that is.
this game.
No.
Or
The arcade Crazy Taxi.
arcade machine.
We need it.
We do need it.
That and bubble hockey.
Yes.
Robbie?
Yeah, you can go ahead and read yours.
All right. I have the classic Rugrats Studio Tour for the PlayStation. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Hollywood, here they come. Take off on an amazing movie studio tour with Dill and the entire Rugrats gang. Blaze trails through a gold mine. Float through outside space. Race against your friends. Hunt for pirate treasure. Search a lost temple with Okie Dokie Jones. And outrun a rampaging Reptar. I wish you guys could see like the photos for like each of those. It's pretty bad. It's real pixelated.
It's really bad.
Of course, rated E for everyone. What was your game rated?
Yeah. What's that
Oh.
rated?
It's gotta
This
be
is
M.
rated M.
Yeah, I figured.
Ooh.
Animated violence. That's it. I guess that was enough.
Where was the one? What's the one quote in here?
Oh yeah.
Something about-
For like the insert, the ad on the back of the insert is for the greatest hits version of Rugrats Search for Reptar, and it says, "Get this baby at a great price." It is, join Tommy and the rest of the Rugrats gang as they search for the missing Reptar puzzle pieces everywhere, from the Pickles' backyard to outer space. And the thing that bothers me about that is it says outer space in the correct verbiage there. And then on this one, it says outside space.
Right.
So, come on.
I want to say that's what they say, like maybe in the show.
Yeah, where's the consistency?
Yeah. I want to talk to THQ.
Yeah. Nickelodeon, what are you doing 20 years ago?
I just love the insert tagline. 'Cause it's like what is this like we're gonna like adopt people, like get this baby at a great price.
Wait. It has like the same pictures as like the back of this case for like the insert ad.
Mhm.
Stomp around the town with Reptar. Search tunnels with Spike. Save Chucky from a wild goose.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
We should play it.
All right. That's all I got.
Those are all about on the same level. Okay.
Find some in there.
I was checking it out. It's got a pretty cool manual. But yeah. It just goes over all the characters. that you can take control of, apparently.
With the sword, that is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Old-fashioned.
I mean,
brain
you are the sword.
jacking.
Yeah, there's like a whole info like what are brain jacks? How to brain jack?
Oh my god. That's good stuff. All right, well, we're gonna go brain jack some people.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. And as always, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and comment, share, all that fun stuff. If you didn't, comment and tell us why. Oh, boys, there's a little rumor floating around that in a couple of days here, there might be a Nintendo Direct conference where they're going to tell us about what's coming up in 2018, like the new Metroid, the new Pokemon game,
Pokemon.
things of that nature.
Yeah.
If
A new Luigi's Mansion, perhaps.
a new Wario game.
a Waluigi game.
Yeah. Come
No,
on.
that's never gonna happen.
Well, it needs to.
I saw the meme.
If that does happen, we will probably talk about that next week. If not, we'll obviously think of a topic between now and then. You can always suggest topics in the comments. Yeah, and that'll do it. We will do this again next time. We'll talk to you then.
Yep. Bye.